EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go here in Atlanta. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes going to start this one with a throw. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
London brought in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And this time, they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down.
A loss of 2.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. That's caught by Lamb. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On third down, Mahomes. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll manage to bring this down to about the 37. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. To the right, that's Pitts. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Burrow going to open by putting it up. He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek Hill. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. Trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. That means 4th down coming up.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Falcons offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead, see if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's to the outside, and he's got Jefferson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Here's Robinson. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Another run here for Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's the tight end, Pitts. And he's going to be taken down as we hit 2-minute warning here in this 1st half.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Left side, caught by Lamb. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Complete. Former 1st-round pick Drake London with the catch.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Short throw taken by Pitts. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Throw over the middle, caught by London. Now they are in business, inside the 15-yard line. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. This throw pulled in by Pitts.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Right back to the air for Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
The back of the end zone. He's got it. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown, Falcons.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons are out to a 10-0 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense going to get it one final time in this first half. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Derek Stingley Jr. off the edge makes the tackle. So, we're at halftime here in Atlanta, and the Falcons are in the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That That's incomplete. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And that will lead to a second down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. We have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long.
And he will go all the way. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it's Robinson. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Falcons offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Mahomes back. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. It is a big play there for the Falcons. And even 30 yards.
While everybody wants to attack the middle of the field, you just have to make sure you don't do it recklessly. You want to make sure you protect both the ball and your receiver. And in this case, he does both. Puts it on the money, picks up a big gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And this ball batted away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey, he is tough to throw on. There to bat that one away.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball. Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll run with Robinson. Down to the 4. It'll be second and goal.
He's brought down at the 4-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
On second down, Mahomes. The ball's out. And this is taken in by the defense. First and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's right side and brought in by Williams. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's second and 2. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. And he finds Tyreek. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Now a second down throw for Burrow. This throw taken in by Amon-Ra. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over.
On first down, it's Mahomes.
The 49-yard line.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll lead to a second down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
They'll drop to throw. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. So on fourth down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. The tight end Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
This crowd, they're trying to force a false start. What noise before 3rd and inches. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And he's going to have a Lions 1st down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 on 4th and inches.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Burrow now. He keeps it himself. And Burrow not going to take any chances. Slides to a stop after picking up the 1st down. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a 1st down.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage. Tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This to force overtime. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This one he's got to have. This one is on target, and it is good. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Falcons offense ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. He fires downfield for Pitts. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Williams now to return. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. A first down throw for Burrow. This one caught by Patrick. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Now Burrow going to do this himself. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
They hand it to Gibbs. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
That's a short one caught by Laporta. They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Lions first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Burrow here on second down. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Throwing is Burrow. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Now a first throw here in overtime. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They run over center with Robinson. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. He's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. The throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Budda Baker with the coverage defensively, able to break that one up.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Short throw taken by Pitts. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect...
And it's intercepted! That ought to seal it! That's the linebacker, Fred Warner. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play, and the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.